I'm Sean Fox, registered dietitian nutritionist from BHS's Operation Better Start. I'm here with the talented chef Tom Tenuta from Soma Catering. We are here at our PCTV kitchen with Herberg and Reed Middle School students from the 21st Century program. So welcome. Would the three of you mind telling us your name and maybe the favorite thing you were able to cook over the course of the program?
I'm Sophia and I go to Reed Middle School, and I think one of my favorite things that we cooked was fajitas and breakfast burritos.
Oh, that was one of my favorites as well.
My name's Lindsay, and I go to Herberg Middle School, and my favorite was the black bean brownies.
Oh, thank you, Lindsay.
My name's Adrian. I go to Herberg Middle School as well, and my favorite thing to cook was the black bean brownies.
Oh, yeah, so those were a big hit, huh? So today's, our show's theme is winter warmth. And can anybody let me know what kind of food helps to keep you warm in the winter, or if you have any favorites around this type of season?
What do you think?
Probably things like warm soups, like clam chowder and tomato soup.
I don't have one.
You don't have one? That's okay as well.
I prefer hot cocoa.
Yeah, hot cocoa? Oh, absolutely. Have any of you had pasta noodles that aren't wheat before?
That doesn't work.
How about you, Sophia? Have you had pasta noodles that aren't wheat before?
Yeah. Like squash noodles.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a really good substitute as well. And how about you, Lindsay?
No, I had never had it.
Not yet. Okay, we may try and change that today. And you, Adrian?
Spaghetti noodles.
Yeah, something very similar. So we can do a lot of different substitutes from just traditional wheat for spaghetti noodles, and I think that that's kind of what the main theme for today's recipe is finding an alternative to traditional pasta and trying to incorporate some substitutes like rice noodles in some of our favorite dishes. Chef Tom, can you tell us what you and the kids are going to be cooking today?
All right, today we're going to cook a chicken and vegetable stir fry. With the noodles we're going to use are rice noodles. So you can see that's how they come in a package. And for the rice noodles, we'll cook those ahead of time. Drop them in boiling water like we did for most pastas, and they'll be done in about 5 minutes. We'll strain them, put them aside until we've gotten the rest of the ingredients, which our ingredients today will be boneless chicken breasts. We cut that into strips. We have shiitake mushrooms. We can use portobello mushrooms, cremini mushrooms, maybe the white button mushrooms, any of the mushrooms, or no mushrooms if you don't like mushrooms. We can add a different type. What other vegetables before we even move on?
We use carrots.
Carrots. We could put carrots in here, sure.
Celery.
Celery. What else? Today we're using peppers, broccoli, mushrooms.
Onions. Right.
We can add onions, sure.
Broccoli.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That doesn't. And essentially any vegetable. You don't have to be constrained to the recipe. If there's vegetables, add whatever you like. Add your favorite. Take out the ones you don't like so much. So we're slicing the mushrooms and the broccoli. Peppers. Great job on the peppers. And see our little trick to peel ginger. So we're going to use the spoon, the side of the spoon, to take the skin off. Takes very little skin off, so we're not wasting. And then we're going to grate on the smallest hole of the grater, or if you have a hand grater, we could use that as well. Our other ingredients, long list today. We have soy sauce, ketchup, chicken stock, salt, pepper, cornstarch, which will help us thicken our sauce a little bit, and a little bit of vegetable oil, and to finish it, we have some sesame oil. That'll give it a little bit of a different taste. At the end, we don't cook with the sesame oil, we finish with it, meaning once everything is done, we add the sesame oil to the dish. All right? So, as we finish, let's start putting our vegetables in the bowl. The first thing we're going to start with is our chicken. So we have our noodles cooked. Cooked noodles. We'll put a little bit of vegetable oil in our pan. All right? And then we can start putting some of the veggies in that bowl. We'll start off with our chicken. So we're going to brown the chicken. We're going to cook it through. And once the chicken is cooked through, we're going to remove it from the pan. And then we'll add our veggies. So as that cooks, we start to work on our sauce. Our sauce simply will be all the ingredients we have left, besides that sesame oil. We'll place them all into a bowl. The soy sauce, the ketchup, a little salt and pepper. Our chicken stock. We'll mix all these together. We'll then add our cornstarch, again, that'll thicken the sauce a bit. And the cornstarch will start to thicken once it's heated in the dish. So just lightly mix that up. Great, yeah. Yeah, there we go. And see, you have, perfect. Yeah, there's our ginger. So there's our chicken.
Do you have any recommendations for the sauce for somebody that has a sesame allergy?
So a sesame oil, I mean, we could use a nut oil, avocado oil, which they could finish with. Those have, you know, a strong flavor that we'd probably be looking for.
So in terms of trying to avoid an allergen as well, is there any nutritional benefit to maybe cooking with a pasta that isn't wheat-based that any of you can think of?
Things that aren't wheat-based can have less carbs, which means like less fat, so things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's an easy way for us to watch the total amount of energy intake that we have throughout the day, right? And similar to how somebody may be allergic to the sesame and the sesame oil, we have gluten in regular pasta. So similar to how you have a nut-free table at school, you may also notice there may be a gluten-free microwave or a gluten-free toaster that somebody else or one of your classmates could have a sensitivity to. So this really provides us a good look at how somebody can try and avoid having gluten in the diet while they're still having the dishes that they like or feel comfortable with their family as well. Do you have any either favorite proteins that you would have added to this too, outside of the chicken?
You can add meats and burger and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to Adrian's point earlier when he mentioned that he wasn't sure necessarily about what vegetable he may want to throw in it, that's perfect for a stir fry as well, just because it is kind of a blank canvas and we can be as creative as we want with it, right?
So we've added our vegetables, we removed our chicken, add our vegetables. We're going to cook these down until they become soft, but not mushy. We want to still be able to feel the bite, or al dente you hear people say with pasta or any type of food. Once that is cooked down, we'll add our chicken, right, and then our sauce, which will thicken again with the cornstarch. And then we throw our cooked noodles in, and we'll toss everything together. So, we've done all that. Then we get to taste. So, have some all set for everyone to give a taste of.
In the meantime, do you have any expectations going in, having not had a rice noodle before?
I don't think it'll taste too much different than like regular pasta noodles, but it will definitely have like a different taste because it's made of a different like material.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sophia. How about you?
It will taste different, and the texture will be different.
Yeah, I think the texture is going to be different too, Lindsay. Thank you. How about you?
I think it's either going to taste worse or better.
Yeah,
That's
We
right.
can say that for certainty.
All right, so here's a little taste for everyone. Tell us what you think. There's our wheat pasta substitute. What do we think?
It's good.
Yeah? No? Not. So, what did you like? Pasta? Tastes a little different? Yeah? Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in there.
Does not taste great.
Yeah, that's all right.
66% still
I know,
passing grade.
we did all right. We
Absolutely.
did all right, but that's great that you tasted it. That's fantastic. And now you know.
So thank all three of you very much. This concludes the end of segment 1 for Winter Warmth. Thank you. Welcome back to our You Can Cook show at our PCTV kitchen. We have finished the chicken stir fry with rice noodles and are now ready to make our next recipe to complete our Winter Warmth TV theme. We have another group of Pittsfield Public School System's 21st Century Program students with us today, so would you mind sharing your name and maybe your favorite recipe that you cooked in the program?
Hi, I'm Lilith. I go to Herberg Middle School, and I think that my favorite thing that we've cooked so far is the edamame salad.
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Lola. I go to Reed Middle School, and the favorite thing that we've cooked is the parfaits.
That's great.
Hello, I'm Eva, and I'm from Reed Middle School. My favorite thing that we've cooked is the black bean brownies.
Oh, that's great. Those are a great substitute, and they seem to be a pretty big hit throughout the segment as well. So before we get into things today, I just wanted to ask outside of class if you could give us an example of maybe what the most creative dish you've made at home is.
I think that my choice is borscht.
Yeah, borscht. Yeah.
My choice would probably be churros.
Churros? Oh, those sound great.
I think mine was the snickerdoodle cheesecake bars I made with my grandmother.
Oh, that's very decadent, huh? So that's a little bit about what we're going to be cooking today, too, is trying to do a little bit of winter warmth combined with dessert that we may want to pair with something like our chicken noodle stir fry. So, Chef Tom, could you give us a rundown of what we're cooking today?
All right, today, apple crisp. So real simple, easy dish to do at home. Plenty of apple orchards around where we are, too. So lots of apples through the winter. So what we're going to start with, our apples, so we can slice our apples. Show everyone how we slice our apples. We have, in this recipe, apples, cranberries. Cranberries with a little tart, maybe add a little tartness to it. A little lemon juice, and a little bit of flour and sugar. That will be our filling. All right, so you guys can start making the filling and put that in the bowl. We start slicing up those apples. All right, and for our topping today, our topping is going to consist of, we're going to take these ingredients, put them in a bowl, and mix them together. So we can start putting those in the bowl. It's going to begin with oats. We have whole wheat flour. Great. Brown sugar. Cinnamon. And then some melted margarine.
Is there any benefit to using margarine over another form of fat for this recipe, Chef Tom?
So what do we think? What other fats would you use in there? Like what? What else would you besides margarine? Maybe not all the cholesterol in that?
Yeah.
As far as butter, maybe we would use butter a lot of times in this. So we could cut back on that. We also have the whole wheat flour in there. All right. So let's get our apples and our lemon peel, our sugar, lemon juice into our bowl, and we're going to mix those together. I'll take that for you. How do you guys cook at home? Does everybody cook at home? Good. Good. What's great about cooking your own food?
You know exactly what's in it.
You know exactly what's in it. That is my favorite answer. All right, so let's add our sugar, flour. That's just going to help hold this together when the apples, cranberries start to release a little bit of the juice and the lemon juice. That flour will hold that together. All right, lemon juice. And here you can mix that up.
Would any of you think of another form of flour that we may be able to add that outside of just wheat flour? Kind of sticking with our theme of maybe wheat-free. Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of our gluten-free flours are made from something like either rice or corn or another heavy starch, quinoa. Oh, almond flour. I heard that as well. Thank you, Lola. Yeah, that'd be wonderful, and that may even give a bit of a nutty flavor as well.
It would be fantastic to
My
go with
sister has a
go with
bad
apples.
gluten allergy, so that's why.
Okay.
Great. And that's something we have to just always watch.
My
when
mother
cooking for
uses
others.
coconut flour.
Coconut flour. Fantastic. So we have a lot of substitutes now, which is great for anyone's allergies or. All right. So now we'll put the apples. We'll go down into a pan. All right. We'll spread those out. Then our topping on top. That'll bake in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Takes a while, and you want to just, one way to tell when it's done, we can peek on the sides and see the apples bubbling, you know, all that juice bubbling up in there. All right, so that's how we cook that. And now, let's go for the taste test. All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. There's our apple crisp with oat topping. How is it? Pretty good.
That's
I
really,
like it.
really good.
Good.
I think a couple of the things that we did too is incorporate, some whole wheat products here. We have a little bit of toasted quinoa that could be an optional addition as well. But what's something at home that goes really good with apple crisp?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, right? And what is one way that we may be able to lighten up this recipe a little bit is a substitute for ice cream.
Yogurt.
Yeah, like
All
frozen
right.
yogurt or your favorite fruit parfait that you like as a dessert from the class as well. So everybody seems pretty
Great job.
satisfied there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to conclude segment 2. I'd like to thank the Pittsfield Public Schools and the 21st Century Program for bringing these students out today to take part in our show. In addition, I'd like to thank Fallon Health Plan for the grant that made this all possible, as well as the support of Berkshire Health System's Operation Better Start, the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires, and of course PCTV for their support in the use of this wonderful kitchen. Thank you for joining us. See you soon on another You Can Cook show.